Views on how is it? What are the trends now in India?
India, the trends are very positive. In fact, the initial figures are looking 15% growth has created a lot of skepticism. So now we're carrying on. Coffee Board is having an in-depth study done both to separate the south and the north. See, North India, the base is very small. So it's very easy to show a 30% growth in the north because the base is so small in North India. In South India, to say consumption growing by 10% is quite a large figure. But the figures Coffee Board has indicates a 15% growth per annum, which is very high. So we are revalidating those figures. Hopefully, by the time of the festival, we will have the revalidated figures, and we may be able to present those the new study during the festival.
And has the production subsequently gone up, or how is the production?
The production was stable at about 3 lakh tons for a long time. Now it has moved up to about 3 lakh 50,000 tons. But the growth in consumption has not been, growth in production has not been spectacular. It has not been anything to rave about because there will be a lot of, so what happens is now we are trying to move production to, like consumption, we are also trying to move production to non-traditional areas like Andhra Pradesh. See, before these 3 southern states had the entire production. Now we are trying to, Coffee Board is trying to have production in Andhra Pradesh where there have been some success, in Orissa, and then also in the northeastern states, which is much more difficult. But these are the areas which have been identified. Andhra Pradesh has been very successful where they have been able to convert people from the burn and the slash and burn type of agriculture to a more stable agriculture. So Andhra Pradesh has been quite successful, and the quality of the coffee is good also from Andhra Pradesh.
And how is
What
the price
acreage?
listing? Sorry.
What acreage has grown in Andhra Pradesh?
I don't have the acreage figures, but I can get that from the Coffee Board's net website would have it. But production has crossed 2,000 tons in Andhra Pradesh. Orissa is about 500 tons. Northeast, it is just starting, so it would take a little longer to see. But Andhra Pradesh has been very positive, and people, the farmers there seem very positive about it because these are the very backward parts of Andhra Pradesh, which borders Orissa. It's basically the hills bordering Orissa, and which are initially were very, people are reluctant to go there because of Naxalite problems and so on. But
what about export? India is net export.
India is definitely a net exporter. See, the problem with being a net exporter is that when international prices come down, the farmers in India are getting a very low price, like now.
That's exactly was my question. What is the pricing right now, pricing trend now, scenario
The
now?
trend has
How
been,
is it?
unfortunately for the farmers, the trend is very negative.
Okay.
It has been, the farmers are very upset because the costs have gone up because the main components, wages have been increased because wages are linked to the inflation. So higher inflation automatically means higher wages. Fertilizer prices have gone up because other than urea, the government has removed subsidies on the other fertilizers. So we've had a big jump in fertilizer, DAP and MOP, which are largely used. And the third component is diesel, because the farmer uses diesel for both processing and for transportation. So diesel is a very important component of the coffee economy. So with these 3 things increasing, the cost of production has gone up. That in 20 years, India has gone from being a low-cost producer to a high-cost producer. But the farmer feels that the efficiency drop is not his fault, but due to extraneous factors. Meanwhile, countries like Brazil, adopting mechanization, have moved from being high-cost producers to low-cost producers. So today, from 1994, Brazil was considered one of the most highest cost producers. Today, their cost of production is lower than India because of very high level of mechanization. Of course, we may not be able to do that extent of mechanization because in Brazil it's grown on flat terrain. In India has gone on very steep terrains.
But how much has the production cost gone up over the last 1 year, 2 year, whatever time?
No, according to The growers, the figures, the costs have gone up by 60% in 2 years.
60%.
Yes, because fertilizer is more than double. You just take one component, fertilizer, which is 20% of your cost. Fertilizer prices have doubled in 2 years. Except urea. Urea is still at the old prices, but basically the farmer uses urea, DAP, MOP, and both DAP and MOP have doubled in last 2 years.
And how have the prices been?
Prices are coming down. Just to give an example, at the farm gate level, an Arabica grower was getting 200 rupees plus at the beginning of last season. They say he's likely to get 120 rupees plus. So it's a huge drop in a 1 year time frame.
200 for how much?
Per kg. I'm just talking about per kg. Just for just for making it easy to understand. I don't want to give you. I can give you the New York cents price. Cents per pound is not as easily understandable as rupees per kg. And for the farmer, he's not worried. What happens is people often tell you that yes, New York has come down from 225 to 125, but the rupee has devalued, so you must have got the benefit. But actually, so I think the much more realistic look at it from the farmer's eye is to see what price he gets at the farm gate level. Because cost, ocean freight, everything has to be subtracted. So unfortunately, for an Arabica grower today, so what the growers in India are looking at is how to reduce costs and of course try to increase the yields. So these are two things they can do. One is increase yields and bring down the cost of cultivation by looking at options like mechanization and one other thing that the farmers in India are doing is they're going in for what we can call three-dimensional farming. The farmer tries to use the space, not just the length and the breadth of the thing. So he tries to grow oranges. So you have coffee at 1.5 meters, then you have orange trees, and then you have the shade trees, which is what I mentioned. Coffee is very eco-friendly because coffee is grown under thick shade in India. India has probably the best shade cover for its coffee. So now he wraps pepper vines around the shade trees. So he's able to try to get crop from, this is in Tamil Nadu where they have also succeeded with oranges. In Karnataka, because of virus problems, orange has not been. Though Coorg oranges were famous, you don't see oranges in Coorg anymore. So that, but again, everybody's trying to go in for pepper to see if they can have a dual income. The problem is, you cannot switch from coffee to paddy or sugarcane. The first, you'll have to cut a lot of trees. It will be a very big ecological disaster. And secondly, the terrain. Though in Coorg, they always do grow paddy. You see, in Coorg, they grow coffee and paddy at the lowlands. You do see paddy cultivation.
Given this input-output mismatch for a farmer, how confident are you about increasing the acreage? Because obviously